What's up guys, Elite back with another video. In this video we are going to be looking at the Machine Catalog in your menu section. I know a lot of people are going to know where this is at, but some people might not know this or know how to use it. If you are a previous Witcher player, then you will be familiar with how this works, just because it's a lot like the book in Witcher where it tells you how to kill all the beasts and what their weaknesses are. So basically the Machine Catalog is a catalog of all the machines you fight. Now I haven't unlocked them all, but it's going to be the same for each one as far as how you look at what each of the little sections tells you. So we'll start with the Watcher, and basically we're going to talk about everything from left to right, and we're going to move down. So over on the far left, I can't select it, but you see Cauldron and Override. And basically the Override part, it just tells you whether you can walk up to them and hold down Y to make them good guys are on your side. So basically we have that unlocked. It's very early in the game, so you don't have to worry about that. It says Cauldron PSI overrides, but we already have those, so there's no need to go to a Cauldron and actually get them. So basically when you move on to that, down the middle you have first machine components, and basically this one has a body and then an eye. The body, you're going to do normal damage. You're not going to get anything extravagant out of hitting the body with an arrow. Now hitting it with your staff or your spear will be different, but for those far away encounters your arrow is going to not do a lot to the body. Now the eye, this is its crit point. This is where your one-hit kills are going to come in with your bow. So this is an important thing to pay attention to. When you press down on the right stick and you're out in combat, this is going to highlight this for you so you can kind of get a better idea of where it is. Especially if you have concentration, you can then slow down time and hit it a lot easier. And then under that, it's got the loot, and this is just pretty much anything you can get from these. So if you're ever needing something specifically for a certain part or weapon or armor, this is where you can go to kind of see what creatures you need to attack to get those things. Moving on next, you've got the Strider. It's pretty much similar in a lot of ways. This one under the left side, it says the bottom it is mountable, so this means you can ride it. And we already have the Override unlocked. You get that pretty early on, and it has PSI overrides as well, so you don't have to worry about that. But see, this one has a body, but then it has the blaze canister. It's, instead of it being the eye like the Watcher, it's on the back of the machine. And this can be very hard to hit when they're running, so it's good to hold down right stick, let it highlight it for you, and then slow down time with concentration so that you can hit it a lot easier. And then you've got the loot that you can get from it. That way, if you need to create something, you can find out which creatures. Where it gets a little different though is down here with Sawtooth. So Sawtooth, the override is currently locked for me. You have to have Sigma overrides, and basically as you find new creatures, different overrides are going to be found by doing different cauldrons. So you see this little symbol right over there next to Cauldron, the kind of double pyramid shape. Those are going to be across the map. And the one for Sigma is right over here. And you'll see it on the map when you uncover it. So basically you go in there, you fight a bunch of enemies, and it will give you the override codes to these animals or these machines once you've beaten it. So that's how you get those. Down here, or well, the difference with this one too is it's got the body, but the canister on it, that's the critical point, is kind of underneath and inside of it a little bit. So you have to be really smart and maneuver yourself around the creature so that you can hit that. And then this is the first time we actually have this pop up in the bottom, I think. Let me go back. Yeah, okay, so this is the first time you're going to actually look at the bottom right corner. So we've looked at the, the override codes in the middle section, but down in the bottom right hand corner you're going to have strengths and weaknesses. Now there's no strengths on this machine, but the weakness is fire. This is where you're going to determine for different machines how you can easily take them out using elemental damage. So for the Sawtooth, you want to use fire, which you can just do that by, here, let me jump off this real quick. So right here, you can go into your bow, press L1 in, and you can select your ammo. So like you can put your fire arrows on, and this will actually really help you to destroy that canister. If you can hit that canister with this fire arrow, it will explode and do a massive amount of damage. So it's very beneficial for you to go in there and learn kind of the different elements that can take down these enemies a lot faster. And then finally, You also have the Corruptor, and if I had more creatures unlocked, I would show you more. Maybe once I get towards the end of the game, I'll do an updated version of this. The Corruptor is a little different. You cannot override it. It's impossible. There's no cauldron that will allow you to get these overrides, so it's not in the game, so don't ever think that you'll be able to do it. This one has a lot more stuff going on. So components, you've got the main body, then you've got the grenade launcher. So destroying the grenade launcher, of course, will disable its ability to launch grenades at you. And then the spike launcher, which is on the other side over there, once you destroy it, it will no longer be able to shoot those ranged spikes at you. This is important because that thing will take you down quick if you're not careful moving around. Down here, you've got the heat core. It only comes out when it gets overheated, so you've got to pay attention and be smart about knowing whenever his movements cause him to overheat. That's when you need to slow down time, highlight that little canister, blow it up. Now, if you'll notice as I go down through here, the body, its strength is corruption. So it can corrupt other creatures and allow it to attack for itself. A lot like you can hack stuff and make it work for you, he can make others work for it, or he or she, whatever. Its weakness is fire. And as you move down through here, you'll notice some different stuff. The weakness for the grenade launcher is tear. Tear, whatever. And the weakness for the spike launcher is also the same. So going to each of these different components is how you can learn what best way to take down each of these specific pieces of each machine. So then down here you also see your rewards for the creature. Now, I don't think it had... Yeah, so like here, the body, fire does damage to it, but the blaze canister, tear damage, also does damage to it as well. And then if we move back over here, another thing that you can do with the power cell on the scrapper is use shock damage. That will allow you to do some extra. Let's see what it says. Sparker resource can be looted from this component. Shooting this component with shock arrows will trigger an explosion, electrifying anything in the area. This is very beneficial because if there's creatures around it, it will electrify all of them. So it's good to go through here and kind of look at everything. Let's see, was there anything specific? Okay, so here, so fire damage does extra to these canisters. So if you put fire on that, it's going to explode. And then with the Watcher, there's nothing really going on here. Its weakness is everything. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the Machine Catalog. I hope it makes sense. I know a lot of you out there are going to know where this is at. But for those of you who maybe haven't looked for it or haven't known about it, that's how you can go in and look and see what all the weaknesses are for all the machines and find out which each individual component has its own weaknesses and strengths, and you can learn how to attack these creatures in a more efficient and effective way. As well as see, you know, what places do you have to go to get the override codes so you can make them fight for you, and which loot comes out of each machine so you can find out which creatures you need to destroy to craft and create certain things. I hope this has been beneficial. I hope this has been beneficial to you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really helps me out. Comment below, let me know, would you like to see an updated version of this once I get closer to the end of the game? And if you have any extra tips or tricks to add to any of the other machines that I didn't have on here, please add those in the comments, and then subscribe for more Horizon Zero Dawn content. Follow me on Twitter at IamGodsElite, and I will see you guys in the next video.